Hello, you truck nuts. What's up? It is once again me, I'm afraid. That's right, the Twitch Corporation has renewed me for 17 more seasons. So you're gonna have to, bear with me for at least 3 more decades. They were gonna get The Rock to replace me eventually, but... You know, budget cuts had to be made, so... Here I am again. Anyways... We're doing cars again because I still haven't installed any new games. Because I've been gone for a bit. Just gonna plug in my gay little controller. And it's not working, okay. That's not a good sign, probably. Oh no, now it's working. Never mind, we're fine. Alright, well, looks like I offloaded one of my unwanted cars. Fucking why's my phone? There better not be a message on my fucking phone, I swear to god. Why did you turn on? Okay, there is a message, hold up. I swear to god. Every fucking time. Every time. Oh, a LinkedIn message. That's fun. Okay, that's not a real person. Yeah, I don't think I believe you, John Michael. I don't think you're a real person. And no, I'm not interested in training your AI, so how about you take a fucking hike? Man, yep, that's my life now, at the moment. Just hanging out on LinkedIn. Because adulthood sucks. I know as a kid you probably think like, oh, I can't wait to be a grown-up. I'll have a car, and I can eat ice cream whenever I want. One of those is true, you can. You're not gonna be able to afford a car, so to say. Unless you figure out like some kinda like scam or Ponzi scheme or something. But you will probably at the very least be able to buy ice cream whenever you want, so... Yeah. That part's cool. The part where you have to pay tax and spend time on LinkedIn. No, that sucks. I hope none of you have to do it. Maybe we'll just move back in the woods. Let me just plug this bitch into a charger, because I'm at 16%. That's not good. That's not nearly enough percent. And also looks like I've gained a new follower while I was gone, which is interesting. Seems like that's the only time I get any new followers these days. Oh, sick, he's not streaming. Let's follow him whenever he doesn't stream, and maybe that gets the message across. If you want to be famous, stop. Just don't stream no more. Man. I've just been doing fucking AI interviews. I've been making all kinds of things to fill up my portfolio. I've even talked to some real people every now and then. So hopefully one beautiful day somebody gives me a fucking chance. But seems like the first thing that, you know, all of the real people have asked me is like, so can you use Claude? Yes, I can fucking use Claude. I can also write code myself. So obviously I know how to fucking use Claude. Fucking jack off. What are you even asking me? Hey, I know you know how to like fucking make entire games and software by yourself. But do you know how to like tell somebody to write code? Yes. What kind of fucking question is that? Alright, this is like a seasonal thing. Car restrictions. 800 off-road vehicles. All-wheel drive. Oh, it is this also one? Well, I guess this one's closer, so let's see if we already have some kind of cars that could be used for it. That seems like something we could do. Yeah, I gotta tell you though, AI interviews are stupid. Nobody gets anything out of those. Guess the fucking things don't even work. They like constantly interrupt you. Then they also sometimes don't wait for your answer. They just like move on to the next question. Like immediately. And then the questions also suck dick. Like, hey, what design philosophies do you use to make sure that fucking, I don't know, like broken dependencies on your other libraries don't like break a project? It's like I don't know. I have a method called making it work. You know, I just write code that does that. My method is just not being fucking retarded, you know. Place first against unbeatable drivatars. So this is like a multiplayer thing? I don't know if I wanna do that. What about this one? Or wait, am I getting these fucking confused again? Are these not the seasonal events that I'm looking at? I don't know, I don't fucking remember. My head is full of code and whatnot. Do you know how to effectively utilize tasks in asynchronous C# programming? I do. Is it as boring as it sounds? No, actually it's pretty fun. Those are kinda cool. That's always a nice surprise. You know, because as a certified code monkey, you kind of expect every new library to suck, because they just usually do. But then sometimes you just come across something that's actually like well designed and useful. Like, oh yeah, I like this. More things at work, please. I would appreciate it. It's not like in Java where you gotta have a fucking listener and a callback with all its associated methods. Takes fucking 50 lines of code to check if your fucking screen's rotating. Now you know how to do a... Oh yeah, I guess I was talking about tasks and not events, but you know, same point. Guess you know, just for comparison, you know how to do the same thing in C#. You just say this event plus equals the method I want to run. Literally one line of code. It is crazy that a company as shit as Microsoft has produced like such a good framework for developing software. You know, just putting that out there. If you wanna develop like a little Windows program, the easiest way to do it is in C#. No matter what kind of software it is, really. If you are making it for Windows, you just use C# and .NET. You will save yourself so much headache. Right, do I have anything that works for this?
I'll try and find time in my schedule to come watch you drive.
I should buy alcohol tomorrow. You know, just just a random thought, not connected to anything I was talking about. I kind of low-key want to just go to sleep for the weekend. Just to not be aware. Because God help me. But anyways, I guess we're playing against unbeatable drivatars today with a Jeep. Alright, whatever. Let's see what happens. Oh, that didn't go well. I don't know, should I just restart right away? Am I gonna catch up to these fucking things? I don't know, maybe. Ignore the subwoofer sounds that might be in the background. That's just kinda what happens over here when the snow melts. And all the snow melts. No more ice on the road, which means... You know, people whose only aspiration in life is to be perceived, come out of hibernation. That's all they really do, they just... You know... They just try to get seen or heard. Kinda just through any means necessary. Mainly with their car stereo and, well, the car itself. Oh, well, that went poorly. Hey everybody, I got a car. Listen to my car. Isn't it loud? Listen to my poor taste in music. You know how I got it? I went to a trade school where everybody else had the same taste in music, so I just absorbed it. For I am a receptacle, hardly a real person at all. Anyways, check out my BMW that I made louder on purpose. Because my parents didn't give me enough attention as a child. So I have to get it from strangers. Harsh? Yes. Deserved. Very much so. Don't make your thirst for attention the whole town's problem. Be a normal person and get on the internet. Show your asshole, I don't know. Make a reaction channel. Because at least then I can just block you. I can't block the sounds of your car in real life. Unless I commit crimes. Which I have to be honest, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer every day. I mean shit, I was gone for a week. First thing I hear when I come back here, my retarded downstairs neighbors are listening to terrible music. And speaking as if they have no control over their own volume. Which I guess they kinda don't. It is kinda funny to like observe these people sometimes. You just realize they're just like a... They just like respond to stimuli. And that's really about it. I think the reason they make such loud noises is because it helps them remember they exist. I really think they would forget otherwise. Do I need to buy like a performance package for this thing? Doesn't look like I'm winning. I mean, I am getting closer. But am I gonna get there in time? I don't know. I am trying my darndest, but it kinda looks like their cars are just faster. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, 5. Nope. Could not make it, but at least this time I realized to restart before I cross the finish line. Best viewers, oh boy. Sagarik. Oh yeah, I guess I said something mean to a scammer. I wonder if he's responded. Oh.
Sent you to me. I'm just hoping I don't repeat history. Boy, I'm trying to meet you, mama, on a Sunday. Make a lot of love on a Monday. Never need no one else, babe. 'Cause I'll be switching the positions for you. Playing in the kitchen and I'm in the bedroom. I'm in the Olympics while you're jumping through hoops. Summer love infinite, nothing I wouldn't do, that I won't do.
Can I... Yeah. Wait, no, I can just... tune it manually. Well, let's see if there's a rally package for this car or something. Oh yeah, I guess it's only 10 minutes until the next Forzathon. What do we got in the... What do we got in the whole prize thing? Koenigsegg 1. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be spending my Forzathon points on, like, backstage passes. Yeah, for tuning setups. This would give us a bit of a boost while still staying at 800. Let's see how it goes. Wait, what? What did I press? I don't know. Hello, no Joe. How are you? Fucking another message, really? Hold up. What is this now? My app doesn't work. Oh my god. That sucks for you, man. Why do people tell me that? And you can tell this person's mad too, because it's like in all caps. Brother, I can't do anything with this information. Tell me what your damn problem is and I might fix it. I'm not out here, like, publishing broken apps on purpose. Like, this thing is free, I'm not even making money from it. What is wrong with people? Your app is broken, you fucking idiot. Okay, cool, this is not the hurt feelings department. Tell me what the problem is or I can't help you. You can very well see the app is working for everybody else, so... You know... You're just kind of being an ass. Anyways. Glad I checked Twitch, good to see you back. Yup, it's good to be back once again. This is just kind of how my springs usually go. 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there. But it was a good time. Whole family was there. We ate some cheesecake. Had ourselves a little Easter celebration. Probably gained like 3 kilograms. But that's all good, cause I'm a man and I can just say I'm bulking up. Although I guess women can use that excuse too. Convince your wife to bulk up and then don't take her to the gym. That's a little architecting tip for all of you. And I don't know what's been up with I don't know what's been up with the Twitter algorithm, but they've just been recommending me Chinese propaganda and also large women. Maybe they're trying some kind of a association technique. Like, hey, maybe if we couple this very blatant propaganda with some thick bitches, then he'll kind of connect the two. I'm just trying to get rid of the trying to get rid of the propaganda so I can just have the large women. Just let me tell you, some of them not bad at all. Oh shit, it was the last lap. Fuck. Now I'm gonna have to sit in the loading menu. Yeah, you know, it's not everybody. Oh no, never mind. This one was instant. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, not everybody can pull off, you know, being a bit chonky. But God bless the women who can. Gotta be my favorite gender. I'm not, I'm not great. My PSU decided to crap out after I spent 400 euros upgrading my PC. Man. That's never nice. The government cut my mom's assistance and my brother's unemployment. Which, to be fair, he was abusing. He's able to work. So I can't afford to fix my PC. That sucks. I mean, I guess I understand why they would cut the unemployment of somebody who can work. But it sucks that they did that to your mom. Why did they do that? Was there some kind of legal change? Because I know that does happen over here. Suddenly the government's like, oh, we're making some budget cuts, so your grandmother is not going to receive care anymore. So good luck with that. Good luck taking care of your 90-year-old grandmother. You family whose both parents are working full-time and also running a business, so... Yay. Thanks, government. App not work, fix it, figure out why it's not working without any info. Yeah, I guess that's what they expect. They just expect me to go, like, alright, let me do some computer magic. And fix this problem I'm not aware of. You know, just a little PSA for everybody out there. You know, if there is a problem in a application, in software, or in a game, and it's been there a while, chances are the developer doesn't know about it. Let them know. Don't just go there and be like, hey, you piece of shit, why didn't you fix this thing? Especially if it's free and made by just like one person. You know, I'm not making I'm not making software to be mean to you. I'm making stuff for free by myself that I think would be useful to everybody. Out of the goodness of my heart. And if you tell me what the problem is, I will try to fix it. But if I don't know what the problem is, I can't help you. Your hurt feelings are in the bug report, with all due respect. Just saying, cause it's getting kind of frustrating. Because I receive these kinds of things pretty often. Sometimes it's private messages, which are, you know, that's fine. I can just ignore them. But to, you know, to leave it in the public comments, or worse yet, leave like a 1-star review, when you didn't even explain what the problem is. Now that kinda makes me want to put you on a list and become a Hitler. You know? But I suppose that's just how consumers are sometimes. If something doesn't immediately work, they kinda just take it as a personal attack. Like, oh, this thing doesn't work on my device, that must mean the developer did that on purpose. He specifically made this thing not work in my specific setup. Because they are evil. Not sure why that would be the case, that would be a weird way to be a villain. But I guess, you know, that's one theory. That's one theory how we got here. Although I think a more likely one would be, oh, he made a mistake. Or oh, he doesn't have this specific device. So he can't really know about it. Oh. Okay, I don't think we're gonna win this one either. And I think I just, yeah, missed a checkpoint. Oh well. 3 kilos, that sounds like a good time. It was. I overate. I overslept. I played the drums. I watched Stranger Things Season 1 with my dad and my brother. And I gotta say, those things were kinda strange. It's a strange thing. Some people look awful fat while others just absolutely own it. Yeah, I think majority of people look pretty awful fat. But you know, the women who can pull it off, God bless them. God bless women who just gain weight in their lower body. That's awesome. Why can't we just have more of those? Why do some people just kind of become blimps? Life is not fair. Been living the iPad kid life for weeks now, and yeah, my mom has a bunch of health issues. She can work, but not full hours. So the government gives 300 a month to fill the gap. I never liked my brother abusing the system because I legitimately can't work, and if people abuse it, people who need it might not get as much as they could be getting, especially with food price and such. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Some people think like, oh, I'm gaming the system, haha, I'm a genius. No, you're fucking up a system that relies on trust. Some people really just don't understand the concept of a high trust society. And it fucking annoys me. They're like, oh no, nobody else thought to, I don't know, fake a disability so I can get free money. No, they probably did think of it, but they're just not scumbags. Eat a dick. You make software to bully people into moving to China. Yeah, I guess that could work. I don't think my software is available in China. Although maybe I should make it available in China. Because I know they have lower standards over there, so... maybe I could actually make some money. Not that they don't work, they just don't look very nice. As someone on a budget Samsung phone, it does feel that sometimes... feel like that sometimes because a lot of niche apps are simply not supported. Yeah, if there's something I have learned from my many years of Android development, it's that a lot of like hardware level shit is just not consistent. You know, like video encoders. Like for some of them, there just isn't straight up a good answer. Like I think, was it Opus? You know, the audio compression format? They just, you know, there's like a whole table for audio formats and video or like video codecs and audio codecs. You know, what the versions of Android support them. Whether they support encoding and decoding or both. And for Opus, I think there just isn't an answer. Guess they don't know. Like, yeah, I guess some phones might implement it, I don't fucking know. Because a lot of the manufacturers do fuckery with the operating system. Not that I blame them, Android's a piece of shit. But they just kinda tend to do it in the wrong places. You know, like battery optimization. I really wish they would standardize that shit because some of those systems do not work the same. And what does that have to do with software development, I might hear you ask? Well, it might close your software that's supposed to be running in the background. You know, like a media player or something. Or like, I don't know, fucking Amber Alerts. Shit like that. Samsung does that, I think. Actually. I think Samsung was the one that they had like the most aggressive battery optimization software. Like, how about instead of spending all this time and effort into making like an automated like application killer to save battery, how about instead you just have a better like profiler for your battery? So you can actually see what's using the battery and then either uninstall it or stop it from running in the background. Just a thought. Fuck me, I really should be in charge of everything. I don't trust other people to do shit no more. They fail the simplest fucking tasks, I swear to God. Okay, we're number 5, can we do it? Last lap. Why are these shitheads so fast? Slow down. Come on, speed and power. No, it's not enough. Fucking pivotable Dave. The trick to winning is don't break, just crash in the AI. Also, the Forza Horizon 5 AI was 300 players driving, so they will crash into you. That's fun. I had a fat music teacher and like 50% of that was in her ass. Praise the Lord. You know, some women, they are just built different. Quite literally. You know, I don't really even mind if there's a bit of a belly. I don't mind that at all. But you know, I'm sorry to say, some people are just built like the Baron from Dune. If it's just in your midsection, in your neck, like in your jowls, sorry, but you look like a horse. You gotta be aware of that. You know, like I'm not a large person by any means. I'm pretty sure I'm still technically underweight. But I can tell. Like I've put on about 15 kilograms in the last 3 years. Mostly muscle though, don't worry. I'm built like a Greek statue. But the point is, I can tell I wouldn't look good fat. Like, oh, if I gain weight, I'll just look like I'm pregnant. I can't do it. If it starts hanging over the belt, I'm going on a fast. You know, it is kind of wild seeing how some people just aren't aware of the way they look. You know, like people who don't know that they can't pull off a side shave. Unfortunate. Samsung removed the 3-bar option of you slide it instead of 3 buttons. Now you have one bar that does different things depending on how long you slide it. Or hold it, and it's annoying why I removed the option. And the apps that bring back the 3 bars don't support my phone model. Yeah. I have to say, you know, as a almost government certified Android monkey as well. I say almost because they didn't teach me that much Android stuff there. Not because I haven't graduated, don't worry, that's done. I'm done. But that's gotta be my least favorite thing. When they just randomly decide, like, to remove a basic feature. And then just replace it with something that's not the same thing at all. You know, like when a Chromium browsers on Android, they don't like do the what do you call it, when you like hold the back button? It used to like show your previously visited pages, like the 10 previous pages, I think. It used to do that. And you might be wondering, why does it not do it anymore? Well, that's because Google just decided to change the way the back button works. You know, like just in general. And for no clear reason. And still somehow the browsers haven't figured it out, so either it's gonna be really complicated, or they're just like, eh. Why do that? You know, they do that in the under the hood a lot. That's just like a thing that the user might notice. But they do that pretty much every Android update. They're like, oh hey, we deprecated this old feature that used to be really easy to use. Like, oh, so I'm guessing the replacement is better, easier to use? Nope. The replacement doesn't even do the same thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I think yeah. Fuck. Maybe I should have gotten a better car, I don't know. You are asking too much from Samsung, you need the notepad to be on 24/7. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Most of the, you know, background apps that drain your battery are like system applications. Is this a seasonal? Yes. This is the first of the 3. And I guess we also missed the Forzathon while I was doing this, so great. Whatever. Maybe I should have just gone and downgraded my Hilux or something. I think it would have been still way faster than this. And I honestly could use a drink right now. I spent so much time just writing code and you know, browsing LinkedIn, updating my resume, filling up my fucking portfolio, doing those shitty AI interviews. Ugh. I need to disinfect my body. I feel gross. Feel violated. But alas, I am out of alcohol. So maybe I need to go on a little trek tomorrow. Not sure what to get though. I mean, I've tried rum, I've tried brandy. That was the last one. Last winter I had Fireball. I've had whiskey, I've had cognac. I've had ouzo. Oh yeah, and over Christmas I tried Viruvalge for our resident Estonian. No, third. So not sure what I wanna try this time. Maybe bourbon. Have I had sake? No, I don't think so. Is that good? And more importantly, is that affordable? Also, aren't you supposed to like eat sake? Aren't you supposed to drink sake like hot? Or am I thinking of something else? You aren't using a Metacar and the cross-country requires Metacars because the AI uses Metacars. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Because looks like this is not really happening, so... Maybe I'll visit the store. So what is like the meta off-road car? Or I guess I might just have one. That's also possible. Graduated, when's the next test though? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they like call me up like, hey, actually, we need to do like 7 more tests. We're taking back your diploma. It's a dumb, like, beetle thing, if I recall right. It's usually brown. Beetle thing. And hey, don't you dare call the beetle dumb. That's my favorite car of all time. Like this thing. I guess this is just rear wheel drive though, so well, I guess I need to get a performance package anyway, so whatever. Here's a fun fact for you guys about the Beetle. There is an actual 4-wheel drive version of it. That exists, though they are pretty rare because they were only issued to Nazi officers. just a little historical knowledge for you. I believe it was called the Kommandeurwagen. I know my German pronunciation sucks, but it's close enough. Where was I going? Here? No, Creative Hub. Browsers being crappy is a great time. Ain't it? Ain't it fun? So does this change to all-wheel drive? Yes. Yes, it does. 3 stars of popularity. I reckon this will be alright. No idea, both questions never had it. Never had it. Yeah, maybe I'll look it up. See if the Japanese are onto something. Cause I gotta say, you know, sometimes they really are. But also sometimes they're really not. You know, like with the whole age of consent thing. That one was a big miss. Though I think they might have... They upped it, right? So maybe there is hope for them yet. Maybe they'll become normal one day. Oh, no, this doesn't count. Shit. Okay. So wait, what is the... Extreme off-road? Right, well, let's see if I have any of those. So, does this not count? Where do I even see it? How do I know if a car counts? Gotta sign up for a free Beetle. Yeah, I wonder if they still give those out. I hope they do, because, you know, I want one. I mean, I guess this might count, but also it doesn't seem like it would be good at racing. I guess it's a different season. Cherokee Jeeps are usually great too. Or whatever they're called. I don't really know. I don't know much about off-road cars. Other than that one Beetle. And the fact that I want one. I want all of the Beetle variants. Every single one. Which is a more affordable goal than you might think. Beetles are not expensive. Because they made a fuckload of them. 21 million if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's the more rare ones that might be a challenge. You know, like the 4-wheel drive Nazi officer version. They also made a army version for the German army in the 30s. I think it was called the Kubelwagen, which is a fun name. That's just a fun thing to say. Kubelwagen. And also they made an amphibious version, which was called the Schwimmwagen, which I believe translates to a swimming car. Very creative, the Germans. And then, of course, you know, they have all the different civilian versions. Did you know the old ones, like pre-1960, they used to have the fuel filler cap on the inside? Like you had to open the hood to fill the fucking gas tank. Also I think it was the clutch pedal that was kind of shitty. Was just kinda bad. Also the rear view mirror was very small. Yeah, I don't know if I'd wanna be driving like a Beetle from the 1950s. I just like to have one as like a collector's item. They just look kinda nice. But yeah, I guess the variant that most people are familiar with are the ones built between like 1960 and 1980. The engine did increase in size over the years though. But they are mostly the same. You know, that's why I think, like the claims from fucking Toyota and whatever other companies claim they made the most produced car of all time, are kind of bullshit, because they are just different cars bearing the same name. Whilst you could take the body of a Volkswagen Beetle from the 80s and put it on a chassis from a Beetle from the 50s. You know, if you wanna say we made like 20 million of some car, you know, that's the minimum. The parts have to be interchangeable. Otherwise, you're just kind of talking out of your ass. Oh yeah, we made 40 million Toyota Corollas. No, you didn't. You made a bunch of different cars that you called the Corolla. Good luck putting the fucking body of a modern Corolla on a chassis of a Corolla from the fucking 80s. You would have to be a cosmic wizard to do that shit. So how about you quit your lying? And I recognize the true OG. The champ of the people's car. Oh. Okay, this might have not been a much better choice than Jeep. Yeah, this is not very good for a track. You know, maybe if we were like driving over mountains in a straight line, then I'd probably beat their asses. This is maybe a little bit too chunky, I fear. Yeah, this is not happening. What fucking gun should I use, man? I don't know, maybe I should just... You know... Not do that. Why did this open Steam? I don't press the Steam key, did I? What do you even win from this thing? I don't think I even checked, I just started doing it. Might not even be worth it. If you don't have fun, they cost like 3 million. During spring season and 1 mil after. Yeah, you know what, let's check which car we get from this. Because if I'm gonna be spending millions on a car potentially, it better be something good. Oh yeah, it's the Rally Fighter, whatever that is. What is a Rally Fighter? Let me just look at this shit up real quick. Rally Fighter. (2014) Local Motors Rally Fighter, abbreviated as Rally Fighter, is a mid-engine rear-wheel drive off-roader by Local Motors. That's kind of a dumb name for a manufacturer. I mean, I'm guessing this is like a really good off-road vehicle, but I gotta be honest, it's kind of ugly. Never mind on the earlier part. We changed the age of consent to 16 1 year before Japan. Nice. You know, better late than never, I suppose. Rally Fighter is like 10k on auction house. Oh, well, fuck this race then. Just a waste of time. Yeah, I guess it's 30 minutes until the next Forzathon, so... Eh. Let's go do something that's hopefully a bit more fun than that. I don't like that. I didn't like that because I didn't win. Anything to do around here? Barn find? Let's do a barn find, I don't know. I used to flip Cherokees, I bought a bunch after spring and then sold them double next spring. Made enough money to buy 2 expensive cars. Damn. My boy's an investor. I used to do the same thing with I used to do the same thing with Koenig, not Koenigsegg. I think Saleen S7s. I'd buy them for like 50k and then sell them for 400. That's how I managed to buy my first Ford GT40. But yeah, now I'm thinking about my upcoming adventure to the liquor store. kinda torn. I might try sake if it's, you know, in my price range. But I also kind of want to try bourbon. See if all those Americans know what they're talking about. Which I've been told by my dad that they don't. Apparently their whiskey's terrible. You know, according to him, American whiskey's a mental illness. It's more of a single malt kind of guy. I wouldn't know because all whiskey tastes like rat poison to me. Oh, I already found the barn. Oh. Oh yeah, I was wondering why there's no, like, grey circle there. Why would they show me ones that I've already done? I don't want to see it. That's useless information to me. Yeah, I don't know. What do we do until the next Forzathon? I don't know, should we drift? Maybe? Yeah, might as well. You can filter to only show new stuff on the map. Oh yeah, I guess you can. You know, so many games that I have that feature. I just never remember to use it. Because I'm dumb like that. Yeah, I think that might be tomorrow's agenda though. Tomorrow's quest, if you will. Increase my alcoholism by a good 20%. Maybe get some snacks. Maybe buy an extra carton of eggs. For I intend to keep up my workout routine. I've already made some gains. I can see my biceps again. I'm becoming a goddamn Hercules. I mean, I can almost curl 15 kilograms. I'm a regular strong man. Emphasis on the almost. An hour of your life for a 10 grand car. Yeah. In real life I might take that deal, but probably not in this game. I recommend skipping cross-country seasonals every season, they always suck. The AI gets the DLC meta cars. Yeah, I don't really even care about off-road cars anyway, so I don't really know why I did it. I guess I was just looking for something to do while I was waiting for the Forzathon, but I just kinda got sucked into it. No, I don't care. Be quiet, British man. I've had Jack Daniels and it was shit, so I stay away from whiskey. If I wanted to drink... If I wanted to drink a piss fermented with a used leather boot, I would make it at home. Damn. That is pretty descriptive. What is this car? What is this car? It looks kinda sick. What does it say? C4. I don't fucking know. Well, I have to get 30,000 drift points for 1 star, so let's get that real quick. That'll be pretty easy because honestly, all I need to do is just step on the accelerator. It's a very slippery car. Oh yeah, I guess 3 stars is the one we want. But we still have a minute and a half, so we could probably do it depending on what 3 stars is. Be quiet, man, talk normal. $140,000. Okay, that's kind of a... That's kind of a jump. The drift stuff is very easy, so you can chill in it. But also there's like no real benefits, the rewards suck. Yeah, well. Just wanted something to do while I'm waiting. This man never shuts up, I hate it. Man. How do these modern racing games always like get the most annoying narrators? Although I have to say once again props to the crew in that regard because they at least let you shut them up. Well, I have kind of been thinking maybe I should play some of the like old Need for Speed games on stream. That might be fun. I wonder if I still have my old copy of Need for Speed Carbon somewhere on my hard drives. I might. It's possible, I don't know if it works though. Because that game just kind of, you know, it just kind of upped the rule of cool to 1,000. To the point where it was kind of a cheesy, but I think that's kind of what it's all about. Like, have you guys seen the character introductions in Need for Speed Carbon? They are amazing. Just pure art. Also, I really like the customization system. Like, you could actually adjust the size of each part. Which is kinda wild from a game from that year. Like, I think it came out in 2007 or 6. And honestly, I haven't seen that in too many games ever since. Wait, what did it say? Did it say I didn't make it? Was I supposed to go somewhere? I thought I was just supposed to get like points. Fucking whatever. Whatever. Blow me. I'm gonna go do cross-country racing. Because why not? I need you to play Forza Horizon 5 and not mute the characters. It is the best thing since ball torture. I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know what it means to be the best thing after ball torture. I've never had my balls tortured. I've seen other people get their balls tortured though. I remember being on a Discord channel where there was a not safe for work channel, you know, one of those. And there was a short clip of a man whose balls were like sticking out from the... There was like a hole in a table. He was just laying there with his balls hanging out of the hole. And then this woman underneath the table was just beating his balls like a punching bag. I was just wondering, like, why? Why'd you do your balls like that? Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. At least these guys will let me use the beetle. That's nice. Yeah, the man seemed like he was in pain, so I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing. Yep, that's where you always see the most fun stuff. You know, you join a Discord server of some Twitter personality. Think like, oh, these guys seem fun. Wonder what they're... Nope, okay. Well, fuck that. Wonder what they're talking about behind closed doors. Turns out they don't talk much, they just post videos that make you question things. Like, hey, here's a guy inside encased in a latex cube. They put a man in a latex cube and they just sucked out all of the air. You know, as you do. Sent that to a bunch of strangers. Okay, here we go. Watch this. But I've been told it's always good to expand your horizons. Learn new things. Not sure what I'll do with the information, but I do have it. I do have it now. I know now that that's a thing people do. Sometimes people get encased in cubes. Like Han Solo, but weirder. Cool. Got a Bouncing Buggies award. That's neat, I suppose. Oh. Come on, turn. I forgot you don't turn quite that fast on sand. Oh well, we still came second. Forza Horizon 5 characters are just psychological torture. I would rather have a hot sauce in my asshole and play the game with character voices on. Well, once again, I can't say I have a point of reference because I've never put hot sauce in my asshole. But science tells me that that wouldn't be pleasant. Also, I have tried ball torture. I believe in trying things before judging. Sometimes it goes too far, but you can experience stuff by looking at other people do it. You know what? That's very true. Let us not judge the people who get their balls kicked for pleasure until we try it ourselves. And you know what? Maybe that's something I'll do today. You know, turn on the mood lighting. Get some adult movies going and just go to town. Go to town on my own scrotum. See if that's something I'm into. Not sure what I'll do if I find out that I am. Because that just seems like something you shouldn't be doing very often. But I guess it's always good to learn new things about yourself. You know, like I said, I believe in expanding your horizons too. That's just not something I've gotten around to doing. You know, because it seems painful. It seems painful to get hit in the testicles. But maybe I've just been doing it wrong. Who knows? Hot sauce in the asshole isn't as bad as it sounds, but it also does sting a lot. I figured it would. Honestly, hot sauce is just too sticky for the job. I don't judge people for the pain, but I judge them using sticky sauce as lube. Yeah, that seems messy. And also not that good of a lube at the same time. Just seems like you're gonna end up with a sticky and smelly penis. Well, it's 7 minutes until the next Forzathon, so I guess we shouldn't get into anything too time-consuming. Maybe we could just test out a car that we haven't driven before. That seems like something we could do. Maybe the 1946 Deluxe station wagon. This seems pretty cool. You know, I'm a guy who likes a bit of wooden furniture inside my car, but these guys, they went all the way and put it on the outside too. This car's like 50% wood. But you know what? I support that. That's environmental, you know, that's a renewable material. It's light. It looks good. You're giving work to woodworkers. They don't have a whole lot of work these days besides like building houses because furniture is made in factories. Which brings me to another cool historical fact, by the way. If you don't mind me going on a bit of a tangent. They did actually make bombers out of wood during World War II in Britain. That is a real thing. And it's kind of funny because the guy who made it got turned down several times by the Air Force. You know, this guy called de Havilland. I don't remember his first name, but you know, he was kind of a speed freak, as they call him. A bit of a speed demon. And he thought building airplanes out of metal was stupid because metal's really heavy and it, you know, it makes planes go slow. And you know what, I can see the science behind that idea. But the Air Force disagreed because everybody had the same philosophy for making bombers at the time. They wanted to make them out of metal, they wanted to give them lots of armor and machine guns so they can defend themselves. But de Havilland, he had a different philosophy. So he thought it was best to not get into a firefight at all. Which, if you think about it, that makes sense. Why prepare for a firefight instead of just not getting into one? Just be so fast that your enemies won't know until you're gone that you've dropped bombs on them. But yeah, they eventually agreed to make his plane because they were kinda short on a metal, because back in those days everything was made of metal. You know, all the warfare stuff, you know, the guns that shot the bullets, the food rations, the cans, the canteens, vehicles. It was all made of metal. So they were like, okay, you know what? Let's give this guy a shot. Let him build this weird wooden plane. And he did. He built his wooden plane, and I think it was for a long time the fastest plane ever built. Like, I think like until jets came along. And also it wasn't built of metal, which they were kind of short on. Plus it utilized a whole new labor pool of woodworkers. And yeah, it was just real good at delivering bombs, because it was real fast for one. And another funny side effect of making planes out of wood. Wood doesn't have much of a radar signature. So they straight up by accident built the first stealth bomber in the world. And yeah, I won't get into the whole story because it was kind of a long one. But short version, they were just dunking on the Germans with a fucking wooden plane because it didn't show up on radar, and also it was fucking fast as shit. They were bombing the Germans during the day. Which is kind of funny. Because everybody doubted this fucking plane, including the Germans, like, huh, fucking wooden, what is this, like a wooden model plane? What is this, old children's toy? And they went to Norway and dropped a bomb on the SS headquarters there during the day. Just unopposed. Because they didn't know they were coming. But the funny thing about that story is, the planes were going so fast they like put the fuse of the bombs, they set it for too long. So the bomb actually just went through the building and into the ocean. And then blew up. I like weird stories like that. I think the Fat Electrician actually has a pretty fun video on it. So go look it up. Go look up the Havilland Mosquito. That being spelled D-E H-V, no, H-A-V-I-L-L-A-N-D. De Havilland. Anyways, where was I? Before I got off on this educational tangent. Some people lift up their balls and close up their legs, lay them on the thighs, and while jerking it also hit the balls when reaching the bottom. Okay. I guess that's something you can do. Sure, why not? Just gonna switch to my Jack of all trades car. Honestly, not as bad of an experience as I expected, but also not something I would do very often. Yeah, I think hitting yourself in the testicles is probably not a good idea. Or at least not good if you do it too often. I've been told there's some important stuff in there. Wood house, wood car, it's good stuff, exactly. Wooden house, wooden car, wooden plane. Woody Harrelson. Shout out to trees, man. Good stuff. Wooden bombers, that sounds safe. Turns out it was. Because I don't think too many of them were shot down. If even one. Because what also happened was when they did, like, see the mosquitoes coming, and they would shoot at them with their anti-air guns, which at the time were using timed fuses that they had to manually set. They were just missing those things by miles. They were not even close because, well, first of all, it's hard to shoot something with a time fuse anyways, that you have to, like, manually set yourself. I think around those times it took an average of 1400 rounds of anti-air ammunition to shoot down one airplane. But also they were used to shooting, like, you know, normal bombers that were comparatively pretty fucking slow, so they would just, you know, they would just lead them like way too little. They would just shoot fucking behind them. Because these things were fucking zipping about. They were zooming. That's a lot of ammo. Yeah, that is actually kind of a overlooked part of World War II. You know, because when you think about the wonder weapons of the Second World War, you probably think of, like, the nuclear bomb. You probably think of, like, all these new airplanes and tanks. The Tiger tanks. And the V2 rocket and whatnot. But one really big thing late in the war was the proximity fuse. You know, the Americans, they figured out how to put a tiny radar in a anti-air round that would blow up automatically when it was close enough. And their average anti-air munition spent on each airplane went from like 1400 to I think like less than 10. Like, imagine being the Japanese. You're just used to dive bombing these American ships in the Pacific. And all of those rounds just zipping past you. And then, like, literally within like weeks, they just started hitting all of their shots. They just started absolutely shredding people. And eventually they started putting those things on, like, in like artillery shells too. So they would just blow up above the ground. And just spray shrapnel into trenches. Just an interesting little fact that people don't really talk about. That's a terrifying weapon if you think about it. Like, imagine your enemies just acquiring pretty much like the entire equivalent of aimbot. Scary, scary stuff. And also the mechanics of the actual system itself were kind of interesting. Because I mean, how do you store these things that have a tiny little radar in them that require electricity? Because back in those days, batteries were kind of shit. Well, I'll tell you how those things would essentially build their own battery in a flight. Like they had a little vial of acid in there, like a little glass vial, that would break under the centrifugal forces. And then the forces would spread the acid in these little, like, I forgot which metal it was, I think it was lead. They had like these little divots in the walls of the round that the acid would like go into. And that would lead to electrolysis and produce a small current. There's a bit more to it than that, but that's the basic idea. Which is, like, how does a person even think of something like that? Like, hey, how do we give them power in flight, but also make sure they're stored safely and the battery doesn't go bad? Oh, I know. Let's make the spinning of the round build a battery. Fucking what? What are you fucking saying, Johnson? Yeah, people in those times, they were just cooking shit up from like really basic components. They were performing all kinds of mechanical wizardry. As opposed to what we do now, which is electronical wizardry. Fucking making microscopic transistors with fucking... What are we using? Like ultraviolet rays to draw them onto a fucking die. Science, man. I think you would like the insurance storyline. Maybe we'll do it after this. Who knows? It's a fun story, yeah. A lot of weird stories out there. You know, if anybody likes stories like that, I would recommend The Fat Electrician. He's a fairly American man. But he's also very good at delivering stories in a compact and entertaining format. It's just peeing the balls. That's true, but you wouldn't wanna damage your pee storage. What if they start leaking? While waiting for Fortune, mayhaps do some street drag racing. People usually do that on the highway. Oh yeah, I've done that. I've done that many a times. Why does it suddenly smell like perfume in here? Am I being stalked by a female agent? Nice. Might have to shoot my shot. Okay, I know you're probably here to like kill me, but what if I just made you dinner instead? Where are we going? Almost fucked it up. No, I guess I could just take a little shortcut. I guess this is kind of a thing that this car isn't too good for. Drifting on dirt. It's got a little bit too much grip for that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess we're not even halfway yet, so might as well just switch the car. Oh yeah, I got the fucking Shelby GT500. Haven't even tried it yet. Yeah, fuck it, let's just take the... Let's just take the little Peugeot. Yum yum shrapnel in my tum-tum. Healthy and nutritious. Oh, this might have been too much. Well, I don't know, at least we're contributing something. That's the most important part, that we're trying our best. We're trying our best and we're making friends. Oh. Speed trap. Well, fuck it, let's really own this one. Oh yeah, I guess I modified this new car. This was pretty fast, let's try this out. See how it does. Although I probably should have waited until I was on the asphalt. Yeah, there's kind of a inconvenient turn there. Guess you really can't drive too fast. But that won't stop me from trying. Oh, we got 300. That's not bad, I suppose. Some guys call it free Syria. Yeah, you know what? I agree. Let's free Syria. Why not? Fucking missed. What I probably should have done is take a lighter car that can turn faster. These scheming bastards always trying to get me drive off the road. So was it this one? The insurance thing? Alright, I guess we could do one more before I call it a night. It is getting kinda late, and also I think the Artemis crew is actually returning in a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, was it today? NASA's Artemis 2 crew comes home starting in 1 hour 30 minutes, okay. Cool. I have actually watched all of the most important parts of it live. It's been pretty cool, you know. Never thought I'd get to see a real moon mission in my lifetime. I thought they were kind of over that. Why go to space and make new discoveries when we can stay here on Earth and generate value for shareholders? But I good to see there are still cool people in the government. Yeah, this is not really a dirt road kind of car. Nope, nope. Like, I still don't understand how computers work. Like, I understand how they are made and how they work, but not how they work, like how does storage work? How does the computer make the game, you know, look like this? Yeah, like, I understand the basic theory, but, like, not really also. Like, I understand some of the software side of things, but... You know, like, if you teleported me back to, like, 1930... You know, you gave me, like a team of... like electronics scientists. Like, hey, they tell these guys how to build a computer. I'd just be like, I can't do it. I know how to use them.
Very nice, am I right?
I know to some degree how to make them do the things that they do.
But not much of a driver. So he's looking for a
What?
business partner.
I need to buy something.
In the
Okay.
insurance business.
But I wouldn't know how to build one.
Business, eh? You're going to love this.
You know, if you transported me back to like, I don't know, 1600 or something. Test me to like, you know, make Finland the world power. There's not that much that I could do, to be honest. Like I could tell them how to make better guns. I could tell them how to make electricity. But like that's about it. I could tell them that like bacteria exist. So I could like kind of point them in the right direction in a lot of subjects. But that's pretty much where my usefulness would end.
It appears I have forgotten to close the roads to traffic. But we must reproduce conditions as closely as possible, yes? And so the claim is disproved. The Volkswagen
Nice.
Type 2 cannot fly. But to be truthful, I'm not surprised by the results of this experiment. But you will learn.
Apparently Forza Horizon 6 has good feedback on the wheelbase, according to sim racers who got early access. I'm so excited because Forza Horizon 4 and 5 was just rumble effects and stiff steering effects, nothing complex. Yeah, that sounds cool. Try your best. I have lost many Forza zones due to people not even trying to do the drift zones. Yeah, I think last time I played this, or last time I played the Forza zone, there were like 2 people trying, you know, me and some other guy, and then 4 people were just sitting at the parking lot. You dickheads. I was a bit disappointed by the Artemis 2. I did not realize it was just gonna be a flyby. I thought going to the moon meant moon landing, but that is 2028. Yeah, I mean they have to find a landing zone, and they also have to make sure that their shit works. Believe they did the same thing in the 60s. Gotta make sure the rocket can actually get there and their life support systems are functional and whatnot. And also that they can return safely, which is... You know, that's still up in the air. We'll see. Because I'm pretty sure they had like some problems with the heat shields. So hopefully they don't get cooked alive when they re-enter the atmosphere. saw the launch live, that's about all. Yeah, I saw the launch and the... like the point where they were the furthest people from Earth. Like in history. Then I also saw the closest approach of the moon. It was pretty cool. Seeing that in like, you know, better quality than they got in the 60s. They had like color cameras and everything. Also, I heard a great explanation for why NASA didn't go back for so long. Guy at NASA explained that they just really wanted to beat the commies and NASA had the budget of a small nation behind it. And it has been so long since the last time. Since they last went that the knowledge for how to do it got lost. Yeah, that is pretty accurate. Except for the last part. I mean, we didn't lose the knowledge of how to go to the moon. Because people do go to space. People go to the orbit all the time. And go into the moon's orbit. Like, sure, the landings, maybe. That's kind of different. But the orbit really isn't. And like, we do still land like probes on other planets, so we definitely know how to do it. It's just really complicated and really fucking expensive. You know, all the other stuff, the orbiting and the trajectories and the life support systems, they're just the same. We just gotta do them but more. And I would know this. I've planned a very efficient moon landing missions. I have actually replicated the Apollo 11 mission in Kerbal Space Program. Like in scale. Also, they used to sew RAM by hand. Like, how do we go from that to modern RAM? Pure magic for real, but germ theory would advance humanity a lot. It would, you know, if we just had like those basic tidbits of information before, like hundreds of years in advance. Like, imagine if we knew about the viruses in the fucking, like during the Black Plague. You are gonna love this. The loading menu is 5 seconds. Yeah, it was pretty short. They did have the pin back, so the mission was not perfect though either. Fucking toilet broke. The moon stuff was like 240p, so I wasn't super interested in it. I am waiting for the non-live stream version. Yeah, they did already put out the pictures, so I guess the video is coming when they get back from there. I mean, landing on the moon. Yeah, I mean, we still do know how to do it, but it's just a whole hassle. It's complicated, it's expensive. A lot of things can go wrong. So, you know, they just need a very big motivation for doing it. Not sure why they're doing it now. I guess it's to, I don't know, I guess exploit the resources maybe. Maybe they want to start mining on the moon at some point. Or maybe it's just to flex on the Chinese. Because, I mean, we are kind of returning to the Cold War mentality. Fun. The guys who did the moon landing almost died out in the time NASA stopped planning moon landings. And of course they don't want to just reuse the old stuff, but they are starting from almost scrap with a concept of how to do it, and I'm just saying what the NESA guy said. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess they did like reuse a lot of old stuff. Like I think the launch vehicle was actually like recycled space shuttle parts. So clearly they don't have like the same kind of budget that they had back then. This was kind of a shoestring operation by comparison. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is like we definitely haven't forgotten how to do it in like theory. But I'm sure like making a moon capable what do you call it, the orbiter, that can sustain a human life for like what, 6 days, and also like a brand new moon lander. I'm sure that's the part he was talking about. Moon has resources and a moon base might just be useful. Yeah, maybe we're gonna see some wars on the moon, who knows. Like whatever that one show is, fucking for all mankind or something. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I saw a clip where they were shooting an M16 on the moon. Great. Got some pants. People are gonna be banging on the moon. Yep, they're gonna be making the moon babies. We're gonna have the first what do you even call them? The Moonians? the Lunans? I don't know. They'll have to figure that out. The moon bees. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. Are the Chinese gonna go to the moon too? Maybe. If they can get there. You know, sure, the Chinese can get stuff to space. But, you know, keeping people alive, making a thing that won't fall apart in a few days, I don't know if they have it figured out. Would be cool though if we got to see a brand new space race. I think it'd be cooler if we spent our money on stuff like that instead of just, I don't know, building autonomous drones that will fly up your ass and blow you up from the inside. You know what, let's, instead of competing in who can kill each other the best, what if we just competed in cool stuff like who has the most science and who's got the best soccer ball kickers? Who's got the sickest guitar riffs? Who makes the best tea? I believe in China they have the skills to bribe the right people for info on how to do stuff. Yeah, that's a fair point. Although, I mean, they wouldn't even need to bribe anybody, they could just go on the internet because all the information is like public. Did you just say soccer? That's right. Them are Europeans and their soccer balls. I listen to Americans too much, I know. Well, anyways, it's almost 12:30, so I guess I should probably call it a night. Let all of you fine people go in case you are preparing to watch The Return as well. I will probably be streaming again on Sunday. I think. Yeah, Sunday sounds good. So once again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll be playing some new games soon, I promise. This time for real. RAM prices are finally coming down. AI is cracking. That's good. I also heard that somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman. So, you know, fingers crossed. Just saying. I'm not saying they should hit him. I'm just saying maybe Sam Altman should adapt or die. You know, to getting Molotov cocktails thrown at him. Because that's just the world we live in now. That's something he may or may not have brought upon himself. Mayhaps some Forza Horizon 3, the most popular one. Maybe. Or maybe something else entirely. I have plenty of unplayed games that have been sitting in my library for God knows how long. The whole Bioshock collection, I have Just Cause 2 and 3. I recently acquired the remastered Mass Effect collection. Lots of options, but I'll think about it. I'll try to pick something. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Enjoy the space stuff. Good night.